The Berlin Open was supposed to be remembered for its champion. Instead, it became remembered for a player who never even reached the final. When the tournament ended, tennis fans weren't talking about the trophy. They weren't talking about the champion celebration. They were talking about one young wildcard from the Philippines whose incredible run transformed the atmosphere of an entire event. How did a 21-year-old player arrive in Berlin with almost no expectations, defeat some of the biggest names in women's tennis, captivate thousands of fans, and leave the entire tennis world wondering if a new global star had finally arrived? This wasn't just another Cinderella story. This was the week Alex Eala forced everyone to pay attention. And by the end of it, nothing felt quite the same. Before we begin, if you love inspiring sports stories, shocking upsets, and the biggest moments in tennis, make sure to subscribe because we've got many more stories just like this coming your way. Now let's rewind to where it all began. Heading into the Berlin Open, very few people believed Alex Eala would become one of the biggest stories of the tournament. She arrived quietly. No massive media tour.
No overwhelming expectations.
No predictions that she would challenge for the title. She entered as a wildcard, still trying to prove she belonged among the very best players on the WTA Tour. At just 21 years old, Alex had already shown flashes of brilliance throughout her young career. She had won junior Grand Slam titles. She had trained at one of the world's most respected tennis academies. She had steadily climbed the rankings. But there was still one question many critics continued asking. Could she consistently beat the world's elite? Grass courts made that question even more difficult. Unlike clay or hard courts, grass rewards aggressive serving, quick movement, and fast decision-making. Every point happens faster. Every mistake becomes more expensive. Many experienced players need years to master it. Alex was still learning. Very few analysts expected her to make a deep run. But sometimes the biggest stories begin when nobody is paying attention. Her opening match wasn't flashy. It wasn't filled with viral highlights. Instead, it showed something even more important: resilience. Every time pressure increased, Alex stayed calm. Every difficult rally became another opportunity to prove herself. She fought through difficult moments instead of allowing frustration to take over. That first victory didn't dominate headlines. Yet inside her camp, confidence was growing. They could feel something different. Her timing looked sharp. Her movement was improving. Most importantly, she believed she belonged. That confidence would soon face its biggest test, because waiting in the next round was one of the most dangerous players on grass, a Grand Slam champion, one of the most powerful hitters in women's tennis, a player almost everyone expected to continue comfortably, Elena Rybakina. For many people, this was where Alex's magical week would end. The predictions were nearly unanimous. She had enjoyed a nice run. She had gained valuable experience. Now reality would arrive. But Alex never walked onto the court looking intimidated. She looked determined. From the very first game, something felt unusual. She wasn't simply trying to survive. She was attacking. She stepped inside the baseline. She redirected pace. She absorbed powerful serves without panicking. Point after point, the pressure slowly shifted. The crowd began noticing. Commentators noticed. Even Rybakina seemed surprised by how confidently Alex was striking the ball. Every winner increased the energy inside the stadium. Every hold of serve increased the belief that something extraordinary might actually happen. The first set became a battle of nerve. Neither player wanted to blink. Every game felt enormous. But when the pressure reached its highest point, Alex found another level. She captured the opening set. Suddenly, the impossible no longer seemed impossible. Now the pressure had completely changed sides. The favorite had to respond. The underdog had nothing to lose. That freedom allowed Alex to play some of the best tennis of her career. She chased every ball. She returned impossible shots. She forced one of the world's best players into uncomfortable positions again and again. The rallies grew longer. The tension grew heavier. The crowd grew louder. Then came the moment nobody expected. Match point. Everything Alex had worked for came down to one final exchange. One clean strike. One last mistake from her opponent. And it was over. Alex Eala had defeated one of the biggest names in women's tennis. The stadium erupted. Commentators struggled to hide their excitement. Social media exploded almost instantly. Fans around the world couldn't believe what they had just witnessed. For Alex, however, the celebration remained remarkably calm. She smiled. She thanked the crowd. Then she walked off the court knowing something had changed forever. Because wins like that don't simply improve rankings. They change reputations. Suddenly, every player left in the draw started paying attention. Alex was no longer just another wildcard. She had become a genuine threat. News of the victory spread quickly throughout the Philippines. Television stations highlighted the upset. Sports pages featured her on front covers. Fans flooded social media with congratulations. Many longtime supporters described the victory as one of the biggest moments in Philippine tennis history. For years, they had dreamed of seeing one of their own competing and winning against the world's elite. Now that dream was becoming reality. But Alex wasn't finished. Waiting in the quarterfinals was another enormous challenge. Another top 10 player. Another opportunity to prove the upset wasn't a fluke. Many athletes struggle after a career-defining victory. The emotional high can disappear quickly. Maintaining focus becomes difficult. Alex faced that challenge head-on. Instead of celebrating for days, she returned to work. Practice, recovery, preparation. Every detail mattered. Because she understood something important. Great players don't surprise the world once. They keep doing it. When quarterfinal day finally arrived, the atmosphere around the tournament had completely changed. Crowds arrived earlier. Television coverage increased. Journalists who barely mentioned Alex a week earlier were now following her every move. Every practice session attracted cameras. Every interview generated headlines. The pressure had multiplied. But once again, Alex appeared composed. Across the net stood another experienced opponent with the power and consistency to punish even the smallest mistake. The opening games were tight. Neither player wanted to give away momentum. Every point carried enormous importance. Alex's footwork looked outstanding. Her anticipation seemed sharper than ever. Instead of reacting to her opponent, she was dictating play. Her forehand repeatedly opened the court. Her backhand remained solid under pressure. Most impressively, she never looked rushed. That calmness frustrated her opponent. As the first set continued, confidence kept growing. Every winner brought louder applause. Every hold of serve increased belief inside the stadium. The momentum slowly shifted. Then Alex seized control. She claimed the opening set. Now another upset suddenly looked possible. The second set tested everything. Her opponent fought back aggressively. Long rallies became even longer. Several games stretched past 10 minutes. Every point demanded maximum concentration. But champions often reveal themselves during the toughest moments. Whenever pressure increased, Alex answered. Whenever doubt appeared, she attacked. Whenever the crowd sensed momentum changing, she responded with fearless tennis. Finally, another match point. Another deep breath. Another powerful exchange. Victory. Straight sets. The impossible had happened again. Alex Eala had defeated another top 10 player. This time, there was no disbelief, only admiration. She had officially announced herself to the tennis world. The result guaranteed one of the biggest achievements of her professional career. A breakthrough in the rankings, international recognition, and a place in the Berlin Open semifinals. Reporters rushed to interview her. Fans waited hours for photographs and autographs. Young children wearing Philippine colors gathered outside the courts hoping for just a few seconds with their new sporting hero. Alex remained humble. She smiled. She thanked everyone. She repeatedly reminded reporters that the tournament wasn't over yet. Inside her team, however, they understood exactly how significant this moment had become. Years of sacrifice were beginning to pay off. Countless training sessions, long flights, painful defeats, hours in the gym, months away from family. Everything had led to this week. Meanwhile, the excitement surrounding Alex continued growing. Filipino supporters living across Europe proudly celebrated every victory. Many shared photos online wearing national colors. Families organized watch parties. Communities gathered in restaurants, homes, and sports bars to follow every point. Her success became bigger than tennis. She represented possibility. She represented perseverance. She represented a generation of young athletes dreaming that they too could compete on the world's biggest stages. The Berlin Open suddenly had a storyline few people predicted before the tournament began. Not just who would win the title, but whether the remarkable journey of Alex Eala could continue one match further. Standing between her and the final was another talented young opponent with a game perfectly suited to grass courts. A player Alex had already faced earlier in the season. A player who understood exactly how dangerous she had become. The semifinal promised to be the biggest match of Alex's career. The entire tennis